All right, hey, welcome back to Ollie again, the TEW9 series. This is episode 18, I believe. And yeah, welcome back. We're building up to Revolution 2020. I think Revolution, right? Yeah, we're building up to Revolution 2020. We've got 2 more shows and then the pay-per-view. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let's see what we did the last couple weeks. All right, 2 weeks ago, Dynamite. We had Cody in his big return match, defeated Pac, got a 90. Great match. Thank you, Cody, for coming back. Yeah, we put over Bianca Belair and Awesome Kong. The what do I want to say? There's tension there between them. I feel like there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. Tumultuous relationship, whatever. But yeah, then we had Bandito and Black Taurus go over Dragon Lee and Hijo de Fantasma. Yeah, it was a tainted win. You know, we're still going on with that storyline. Although I feel like I've given Bandito and Black Taurus a lot of wins against them. But yeah, that's still going on. We had Jimmy Jacobs defeat Matt Sydal and then get confronted by SCU, the healthy members of SCU, Daniels and Scorpio. Frankie Kazarian's still out injured. But yeah, then Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King, they just backed off, you know, no big brawl ensued or anything. They just kind of were like, hey, not right now. Yeah, and then you see there as the first match, we had Kenta taking on Yoshihiro Suziri, a 2006 dream match, if I ever saw one. And yeah, it only got a 64, which is a little bit of a, you know, understandable, but a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, just, you know, we wanted to get Kenta back in the fold, get him back on the show so we could advance this storyline with Walter. Right now the thing we're doing is that, you know, Kenta cost Walter and Timothy Thatcher a tag match against Adam Page and Kenny Omega a while back. And yeah, so basically Walter is like, you know, you really upset Timothy Thatcher, you know, and so Timothy Thatcher and Axel want to face Kenta and a partner of his choosing in a tag match. All right, so yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Let's see, we had Dark, Chris Brooks beat Dalton Castle, SCU beat Black Death, and yeah, we had an 8-woman tag where Davina Rose, Mia Yim, Hikaru Shida, and Mika Iwata went over. Yeah, and a Jim Ross promo because Jim Ross is he's doing stuff on Dark. All right, yeah, and then a week ago we had Dynamite, got an 86. Yeah, we had a 30-minute time limit draw with the Young Bucks and Proud and Powerful in the main event, and it only got an 82. Yeah, I've been having this weird thing happening to me with the tag team title storyline. This is the storyline I've got the Young Bucks, Proud and Powerful, and the Lucha Brothers in. Matches will randomly get hit with a low heat penalty, even though the storyline is at like very hot heat. So I don't know what's going on there, but the match still got an 82, which is fine. It could have been better if it didn't get that penalty. But yeah, that's whatever. We had a 30-minute time limit draw, and then yeah, they got jumped by Mox and his goons jumped the Young Bucks, and of course the Elite, Cody and Kenny Omega and Sting had to come make the save. Sting's not part of the Elite, but he was also there making the save. Elsewhere on the card, we had Adam Page won a squash match against Steve Manders, and then MJF basically come out and he cut a promo on him, basically like, you know, you just beat some guy. I beat the former NXT World Champion. And then yeah, Tony Schiavone came out and early in the card we had him tease a major announcement. We had him come out and actually make the announcement after the MJF promo, which is that we will be doing the Revolution Rumble at the upcoming Revolution pay-per-view. We're gonna just straight up steal the Royal Rumble, 30-man, timed entrance, over the top. We're just gonna straight up do that. We're doing the Royal Rumble. We're calling it the Revolution Rumble. That's gonna be at the pay-per-view. Yeah, that was announced. Let's see. Davina Rose and Mia Yim won a tag team match. We had Ring Camp, Timothy Thatcher and Axel Tischer. They won a tag team match. It's the debuting Cesar Bononi and Willie Mack. Oh no, Cesar, no. Yeah. And then we had Kenta come out and cut a promo basically telling them, like, you know, I have my partner and I'm ready to face you guys next week. We also had Brian Cage go over Cara Noir. And Dalton Castle saved them from a beatdown. Oh, yeah, and the first match on the card was the Lucha Brothers. They defended the titles against Bandito and Black Taurus in a friggin' match that got a 90. So, yeah, great episode there. What did we do on Dark? We had MJF and Jonah Rock go over Wheeler Yuta and Fuego del Sol. Oldeo Tai went over Rio Tenille. Yeah, I remember we had Hannah go over Tenille, and Tenille was really upset about it, but I don't care, Tenille. You suck. Yeah, the Best Friends went over Dark Order in the main event in a match that I thought would have done a bit better, but you know, that's okay. 67 for Dark. That's not too bad. You know, 67 for Dynamite, we'd be in trouble, but 67 for Dark, hey, that's fine. Alright, so that's all the stuff we did last time. Oh yeah, we had we had an off-screen development. Let's get into that. I signed Ultramantis Black. He's here now. Yeah, I was thinking about how I signed Brody Lee with no real plan of what to do with him. And I figured, you know, we're going to have him still be in the Dark Order, of course. But Evil Uno and Stu Grayson have done nothing but job this entire save. Like, I don't think I've had them win a single match. So yeah, I was like, we need somebody else in there to help out with this storyline. Yeah, no, Ultramantis Black has really good microphone skills, and he can be a color commentator if ever needed. So yeah, I figured this is a good excuse for us to sign Ultramantis Black. Yeah, he's gonna be doing the Harbinger of Doom gimmick. Yeah, basically he's gonna be the one going around saying the Exalted One's coming. So yeah. We did that off screen. He's not super popular. I think he's gonna be unimportant as well, but I'm hoping that he's got good enough mic skills that he can at least cut decent promos, you know. I'm bringing Brody Lee into a group of jobbers. We'll see how that goes. Anything else? Not really. Yeah, and I pre-booked. I did it a little differently this time. I pre-booked all the matches I want for these 2 episodes of Dynamite. This time, I figured we'll just do the all the segments, promos, and stuff, just on the fly. I guess, like you know, we know what we're doing, right? Oh. Oh, Roman Reigns caught up in a sex scandal. All right, man. Roman Reigns fired. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on. Stop everything. Roman Reigns fired. I mean, look, our pay-per-view's in 2 weeks. So we'll see. We might sign Roman Reigns. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that right this second, but dude, WWE fired Roman Reigns. That's crazy. All right, huge curveball thrown into the save. Tommy and Thea Trinidad have split up. Whoa, all right. Things are happening. Defiant has declared bankruptcy. All right. Oh yeah, they're closed. They're done. All right, yeah. All right, R.I.P. Defiant. Yeah, Roman Reigns released by WWE. Oh man, dude. Should we? Oh, jeez. Oh, he's considered toxic. All right, we're not gonna bring him in right this second, but yeah, we'll see if people still feel that way in 2 weeks. Dark got 112,000 viewers overall. All right, that's fine. Excuse me? All right. So WWE's releasing Roman Reigns and Impact is on the friggin' dying. I mean, they still have $1 million. They've fallen small. That's, huh. That's very interesting. They got some decent size. All right, we'll keep an eye on this too. We'll keep an eye on this for sure. All right, yeah, exciting stuff happening. All right, let's get into Dynamite. February the 19th. Let's see. I have no idea where we went last week. All right, I guess it was the Midwest. Let's go to the. Let's hit up the Mid-South. All right, yeah, I guess we're going to North Texas. You know, we're 2 weeks out from the pay-per-view. We should start trying to like stockpile near certainty creative finishes. A safe bet. All right, that's pretty good too. Near certainty for Cody. Oh, we might use that. Oh. We might use that at the pay-per-view. You never know. Likely. All right. Let's try some angle ideas. All right, a big gamble. We don't want that. Likely to succeed for Christopher Daniels. All right, hey. Decent meeting. Kimberly ran some drills for Bianca Belair specifically. Cody trained Darby, MJF, and the Butcher. Renee Paquette just making everybody laugh, just being nice. Thank you, Renee. Orange Cassidy also just being cheerful and fun to be around. All right, the locker room's really chill today. Oh, Chelsea Green and Chuck Taylor have started dating. Take that, Zack Ryder. Damn. All right, Chuck Taylor. Trent and Eddie Kingston hanging out. Travel buddies. All right. Everybody's just getting along backstage. Yeah. Yeah, we got relationships blooming. People just being nice. All right, yeah, this is all the stuff I've pre-booked. We're just gonna drop in all the stuff we got for this week, and then I guess I'll talk about it after as I'm going through the show. Yeah, we've got Brian Cage versus Dalton Castle. I mean, I guess I should just talk about it while I'm doing this, right? Yeah, whatever. Brian Cage is gonna go over Dalton Castle. We're gonna have Joe Doring make his debut, interfering in the match, and he's gonna cost Dalton Castle the win. So yeah, Joe Doring's gonna be here now. Finally. It took forever for us to freaking figure out something for him to do, but yeah, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be a part of Jim Ross's group. Oh yeah, and you see here we've got a storytelling match. We've got Christopher Daniels in a handicap match against Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King. The story here is that once again, It was supposed to be a tag team match, Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky versus these two. But we're gonna do an angle where Scorpio Sky is found backstage. He's hurt because he was attacked by a mysterious assailant. So yeah, Christopher Daniels, rather than just calling the match off, you know, he's so pissed, he's so mad that they attacked his partner that he goes out there anyways to face these guys by himself. So yeah, handicap match. Yeah, we had we're gonna do Davina Rose and Mia Yim are gonna take on Awesome Kong and Bianca Belair. Have I done this match already? No. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have them take these. I can't talk right now. We're gonna have Davina and Mia take on Awesome Kong and Bianca Belair. Yeah, you know, I've been kind of doing an angle where Bianca Belair and Awesome Kong are reluctant partners. But you know, they did pick up a win before. And then Davina Rose and Mia Yim, I believe they got a win on last week's Dynamite. And you know, yeah, they kind of just want to prove that, you know, they're better than Awesome Kong and Bianca Belair. So that's why this match is happening. And yeah, you see here, we're going to give Mia Yim the win. She's going to get a quick flash pinfall over Awesome Kong because Awesome Kong wants to put her over. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that here. I don't want you guys to see this one actually. So yeah, we're gonna make it a secret. All right. Yeah, we've got Kenta and his mystery partner are gonna take on Timothy Thatcher and Axel from Ring Camp in a Wild Raw. Yeah, mystery partner. His mystery partner will finally be revealed. All right. And then in the main event, we've got a pretty big match, in my opinion. God, thank you. Yeah, we've got Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are going to take on Santana, Ortiz, and Jon Moxley. Yeah, and on the last episode, we had the Young Bucks go to a time limit draw of Proud and Powerful. And they were jumped by Moxley and his crew and Santana and Ortiz. And yeah, Kenny Omega is basically out to get revenge for his boys, you know? He's like, you know, you wanna fight with my friends, you know, you're gonna fight with me, John, you know? And you know, we did Moxley team of Proud and Powerful against Hangman Page and Fiend and the Lucha Brothers before. So they've got, you know, some kind of an established relationship already. I figured we can just have it that Santana and Ortiz sometimes hang out with Jon Moxley, right? Right? They're all heels. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have them do a steal the show match. So yeah, this should be really good, I hope. Kenny Omega's unhappy. Oh, because I have him set to lose. But it's a tainted finish. Continue anyways, whatever. He's just unhappy. He's not like very unhappy or furious, so I think it'll be okay. Alright, and with all these matches booked, we've only got 35 minutes to spare. Which means we're probably gonna have to adjust the time on some of these matches. But we'll start booking our angles first and see which matches need to be shorter. Alright, I'm just putting these in some kind of order before I go ahead and start booking angles. Go ahead and ban some guy from my chat. Please stop trying to sell me viewers. How did we open last week? Cody and Mox. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing again here. Except this time, we're probably gonna have it'll be like Cody. We're gonna have to get Kenny and the Bucks involved somehow. So yeah, let's see. You know what? Actually, let's do this. We're gonna have Kenny come out. Actually, I'll have Kenny come out on his own first and cut a promo, basically saying, you know, what I just said earlier, where he's like, you know, you guys, you mess with my friend John Moxley, and I can't accept that, you know, and we're gonna have Mox come out to respond. So let's go ahead and do that. Mox, Pac, off screen, Shingo. I just started this stream and just immediately started getting into gameplay. I didn't even talk about yeah, Full Gear was last night, and I was actually home to watch it, so that was cool. Yeah, actually, I guess I fell asleep immediately after the finish of the trios match of Kenny Omega, Jurassic Express taking on the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. But then I woke up in time for at least the finish of the women's match, Mercedes and Chris Statlander, and I was able to stay up and watch the main event, so that was cool. There's been a lot of times in the past where like I just straight up fall asleep during the main event pay-per-views, which sucks. Oh, you know, some of us are old. I don't know. All right, we're gonna have Mox come out. I didn't have Santana and Ortiz come out, but whatever, man, it's fine. We're just gonna, and we'll do a third part where the Young Bucks speak, or at least Matt. All right, so we're gonna open the show with that. Well, we're gonna have to get Cody on the show like somehow later. He'll probably just have a backstage promo. Let's see. Hmm. I'm trying to think of what we should do with the women's feud. Because what are we doing next week? Oh, right. I was gonna do just straight up Mia Yim versus Bianca Belair. God, I pre-booked all this stuff and I had all these angles I wanted to do, but I was like, I'll just book the angle. It's like when I'm playing on stream. And now I'm sitting here like, what was the angle idea again? What game am I playing? All right, yeah, for this match here, we've got Brian Cage going over Dalton Castle. Joe Doring is going to interfere and attack Dalton Castle. So yeah, we're going to do an angle after. All right, we're going to have Brian Cage. I gotta figure this out also. All right, Brian Cage, attacker. Joe Doring, attacker. Jim Ross working the crowd. All right, Dalton will be the victim. And we're gonna have God Noir make the save. Is there a way for me to just set turn? Okay, we're gonna just turn Jim Ross here. He's basically been heel already this whole time. I just kept forgetting to do this. Yeah, the game's like, the game thinks that he's a face and Brian Cage is a heel, so it's like, oh, they're a weird pairing. So yeah, we're just gonna have him turn here. Officially, even though he's already a heel. All right, then we'll do 2 minutes. We're gonna do Cara Noir, dramatic acting, Dalton Castle, dramatic acting. We're basically gonna have a thing where after Cara Noir saves him, Dalton Castle's gonna look up at him really dramatically, like, I can't believe, like, you saved me. And then, Cara Noir, he's not gonna say anything. He's gonna just look at him real stoic, like, real serious. And then he's gonna finally, after like a tense moment, he's gonna extend the hand. Then he's gonna help pull Dalton Castle up to his feet, and the crowd's gonna cheer. And Jim Ross is mad. Yeah, Jim Ross, big hater over here. Hates friendship. Here, let's do Brian Cage and Joe Doring in the background here. All right. All right, yeah, we'll probably call them like birds of a feather or like some kind of bird related name. The flock. Oh, whatever. I ran out of characters, but yeah, Christopher Daniels, he's gonna find Scorpio Sky hurt backstage, and he's just gonna, yeah, serious. All right, we'll do storyline development actually. And rather than calling the match off, he's like, God damn it, Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King, you want to keep attacking us from behind, you think this is going to stop me from going out there? Well, you're wrong. I'll meet you guys in the ring. I'll fight you myself. Yeah, so Christopher Daniels is going to take on Brody King and Jimmy Jacobs. 1-on-2. Now we'll just go ahead and put that right before the match. All right, you know what? God, I'm so. I just love I just love a post match beatdown. So even though we just did that for this match here, we're gonna do it again. But this time there's a reason. There's a reason we're doing it twice in a row. Or well, the reason we're doing it twice in a row is because I didn't realize we were doing it twice in a row. But yeah, we're gonna have Christopher Daniels being beaten down. And I want it to be like we'll do 4 minutes. Serious. I want it to be like a real, vicious beatdown. Like, he obviously didn't stand the chance against them in a 2-on-1 match. Now, they're just, they're trying to finish him off. We're gonna do the thing where Jimmy Jacobs, or we want to do the thing where they put the chair around his neck, and it's like Jimmy Jacobs is gonna jump off the turnbuckle and stomp on it and like crush his throat. And we're gonna have Eddie Kingston and Punishment Martinez run out to make the save. And we'll do a 2-minute promo. Here, let me go ahead and copy these workers. All right, Eddie Kingston and can Punishment Martinez talk? I feel like I always check this and I always forget. He can. All right, we're gonna have both of them talk. Screw it. Oh yeah, like a few weeks back we had Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King interact with Eddie Kingston and Punishment Martinez backstage. It was basically a thing where Jimmy Jacobs was kind of trying to coerce or recruit Eddie Kingston, like saying, we're not as different as you think. We're both outcasts. We're both rejected by people. We've both been at the bottom. We've both had to pick ourselves up from nothing. But yeah, at that time, Eddie Kingston basically said, kiss my ass, like screw you, and he just wasn't having any of it. So yeah, here after after weeks of people being attacked and Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King denying it, and now trying to take out Christopher Daniels, Eddie Kingston's fed up and he's like, you guys are real tough running around attacking people backstage, jumping them, and you're real tough going after Christopher Daniels 2-on-1. How, why don't you guys, how about this? Me and Big Punishment Martinez, we'll take you on 2-on-2. And yeah, so we're gonna do that match at the pay-per-view, basically. I can't spell. Do we have an angle idea? All right, let's use this Christopher Daniels one. Why not? It's likely to succeed. Oh, whoops. Spoilers, don't look. All right, you got whatever. Spoilers, you guys saw already. Claudio Castagnoli is the mystery partner. What am I doing here? I feel like we don't need to do an angle for this. It kind of is an angle, the reveal. Just gonna put Walter at ringside. Yeah, Claudio Castagnoli is the partner. Hey. All right, let's get a couple more backstage promos in, and this episode's looking good to go. Are the Lucha Brothers not on this episode at all? I don't think they are, but oh, they're gonna be on. They're gonna be on Dark this week. Yeah, I remember. Okay, 14 minutes. All right, let's get a 6 minutes backstage character development. Let's get a Cody promo in there. Or you know what? Let's get Cody and Sting. Why not? Let's cheat. Let's cheat. Let's just get both of them in. Same promo. Melissa Santos. Yeah, and they're basically talking about the main event. Talking about Kenny and the Bucks, talking about Jon Moxley, Proud and Powerful, Pac, Shingo. Yeah. All right, can't go wrong with a Cody promo. Let's do another Mox promo. Jon Moxley. 6 minutes backstage. He's got Santana with him. He's got Ortiz with him. He's got his boys, Pac and Shingo. You know, I really gotta start coming up with names for these groups like Pac, Shingo, and Moxley. Jimmy Jacobs, Brody King. I can't believe it's been this long and I haven't come up with names for those guys. If anybody's watching this series on YouTube, and you have any like naming suggestions for those guys, please let me know. Because clearly I have no ideas. I thought about calling them just straight up the Death Riders, but you know, I kind of want something a little more original than that. I mean, what's more original than just not having a name? Just we refuse to identify as a group. We are individuals. Mox promo. And you know what? Actually, we didn't have to make any of the matches shorter. And we're at 71%. Yeah, so this was a well pre-booked Dynamite. Gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back. Who's being overused? Axel. Kenny Omega's unhappy. Okay. Well, he's only a little overused. It's not like very overused. We could do this, I guess. Yeah, that fixes it. All right. I got 4 more minutes. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do. You know what? I actually want to do an angle. It's going to lead to a pay-per-view match. We're going to be backstage. Show me Denise. Show me the best friends. Okay, all right, we'll do like 2 minutes or 3 minutes maybe. And you know, just the best friends. They're talking about, they're cutting a promo like, you know, we beat Suzuki-gun. Last night on Dark, we beat the Dark Order. You know, we're hot right now. You know, we want to keep this ball rolling. You know, we're gonna keep going all the way. You know, we're gonna make it all to the tag team titles. I don't know why I said that in like a in a Mark Briscoe voice. We're going all the way. But yeah, you know, just a babyface hype promo from these guys. And then we're gonna do a part 2. All right, surprise. I feel like there's been many surprises on this show already, but whatever. All right, surprise. We're gonna have all right, here. How can I do this? We're gonna have Suzuki-gun, and shocking. Who else? We're gonna have Suzuki-gun show up and attack the best friends. Alright, Chuck Taylor, Victim, Trent Beretta, Victim. And who else? Orange Cassidy. Victim. Alright, I guess I'll just do it this way. Alright, here's my idea for this angle. Basically, they're cutting their babyface promo. Orange Cassidy's just kind of standing there in the background. And yeah, as they're cutting the promo, we're just going to have Lance Archer and James Storm just run up and attack Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta just out of the blue. They're just going to wipe them out, like, you know, just catch them off guard. And then in the background, we're going to see Minoru Suzuki show up, put a bag over Orange Cassidy's head. And, you know, they're kind of going to grab Orange Cassidy and, like, carry him off. And, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. the whole time is yelling at the Young Bucks like... Well, actually, I'm doing this in the wrong order. Basically, Zack Sabre Jr. is going to run up and yell at them to distract them, and then these guys are going to attack them. And yeah, the point is they're going to kidnap Orange Cassidy. That's the angle. It's a very daring angle. Nobody's really doing kidnappings these days. Oh, I gotta fix that. Actually, I don't think Denise Salcedo can act, so I'm just gonna have her in the background. I think I've checked this before and she can't act. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people getting attacked on this episode. um. Hmm. And actually, we can do another. God, if I'm trying to remember what I'm doing for the pay-per-view, can I like just am I forgetting anything? This is very bright on my screen. I just feel like I just blinded myself looking at that. But all right, yeah, so we're gonna do a backstage promo where Adam Page is basically gonna declare that he's entering the Revolution Rumble. And of course, who else is gonna interrupt him than MJF, who's going to announce that he's also entering the thing. And you know, MJF, he's got Jonah Rock to back him up. They're gonna get all in Adam Page's face. Let's see. We're gonna have yeah, we're gonna have Tommaso Ciampa back him up, basically. Setting up a tag team match for next week. Whatever, I ran out of characters again. I was gonna write Ciampa shows up. All right, we'll do the second part where we're gonna have MJF. And we'll do a final 1 minute part. It's gonna be a tease. We'll let Ciampa talk this time. I mean, I guess that looks good, yeah. Right, backstage. All right, well, coming in just under 124. All right, yeah. 1 second. All right, yeah, this is a jam-packed episode of Dynamite. We've got 5 matches. We've got a bunch of promos. We've got Cody, Sting, John Moxley, The Elite, Santana and Ortiz, Hangman Page is here. MJF, Tommaso Ciampa, Joe Doring's debuting. Davina Rose and Mia Yim versus Awesome Kong and Bianca Belair tag match. I am hoping this episode does really well. I feel like it's really stacked up. Like, let's see, who's not on this episode? I mean, yeah, I feel like the most glaring omission are the Lucha Brothers. But I mean, yeah, we're I'm sorry, guys. The kids, we've only got 1 minute left. Yeah, it's a stacked episode. I'm hoping for, I'm gonna shoot high and say I'm hoping for a 90. All right, so game. Okay. All right, let's see what we do. I'm hoping for a 90. All right, we're not off to that hot of a start. Yeah, it turns out opening with a Kenny Omega promo is not the best idea. Yeah, 64. I mean, okay though. It still says the Angle got the show off to a strong start, so it's okay. All right, and the women's tag match gets 77. Yeah, Mia Yim picks up a surprise victory, pinning Awesome Kong in this tag team match. Bianca Belair is very upset about this. Stokely Hathaway is also upset about this, but you know, he's more so like, you know, it's Davina and Mia Yim's fault, you know? It was a fluke. Yeah. Orange Cassidy getting kidnapped, lost the storyline. Oh no. Hey, I imagine in real life if somebody got kidnapped in a storyline that would gain heat. But I mean, what do I know? What do I know, right? Oh yeah, Orange Cassidy kidnapped, never to be seen again. All right. Why did this note show up twice? Don't get that. Yeah, the game's complaining about Jim Ross and Brian Cage. Oh, one of them's a face and one of them's a heel. But yeah, the match was pretty good. It got a 70. Yeah, let's do this. Please turn heel already. God, the turn was a complete disaster. Whatever game. Whatever game. He's managing heel wrestlers. He's a heel. Some people don't like him in real life. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I think Jim Ross is. All right, and this segment does terrible. It gets a 51. All right. Cody and Sting backstage gets a 79. You know, didn't have anything else for them to do in this episode, so I figured just give them a promo. You know, when in doubt, let Cody talk, right? Oh, and Sting invented a new catchphrase: "Zip it up and zip it out." Yeah, and the this angle doesn't do too bad. 62. Scorpio Sky is hurt backstage. Christopher Daniels doesn't care. He's furious. He's like, I'm gonna go out there anyways. So it's about to be a 2-on-1 match. See how that goes for him. A 67. Not a terrible rating for a handicap match. Yeah, but unfortunately, Christopher Daniels by himself he wasn't able to take out Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King. So yeah, he loses the match. It's showtime, Sonny Boy. Yeah, that's Sting's new catchphrase. Hey, look here, Sonny Boy. He's talking to John Moxley. Hey, all right. This doesn't do too bad though. 68. For Eddie Kingston and Punishment Martinez making the save. These got Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King were looking to permanently take out Christopher Daniels. Eddie Kingston just wasn't having it. Eddie Kingston did a masterful job of improvising. Thank you. It's about time. Jonah Rock underperformed. You just had to stand there and look big. But yeah, promo where Adam Page declares his entry into the Revolution Rumble. before being interrupted by MJF, who says he's also entering the Rumble and that he's gonna win it. And then yeah, after you know, they try to intimidate Adam Page, Tommaso Ciampa comes up, and you know, just a little tease for a tag match we're gonna do on the next week's Dynamite. And Jon Moxley's here just because I figured since the winner of the Rumble gets a guaranteed title shot, Adam Page would be like, you know, if I get the title shot and Jon Moxley's still the champion, you know, I'm gonna kick his ass. Claudio Castagnoli sustained the fractured cheekbone in his debut. All right, man. Yeah, a decent wild brawl, only a 60. You know, I'm not sure if him getting injured hurt his rating alone, but you know, I was hoping this match would do a little better. I mean, the storyline didn't lose heat though, and apparently even with the injury, Claudio looked good out there. So you know what? Hey, welcome to AEW, Claudio. Claudio Castagnoli is all elite. All right, pre-main event Mox promo gets an 85. Did I not put Pac here? All right. Pac, yeah, Pac was in the bathroom where they were cutting this promo. And an 82 main event. All right. I mean, the commentary was penalized for low experience, but other than that, no. I'm kind of yeah. I kind of thought this match would do better just based on who's in it. You know, Kenny's a major star, Mox is a major star. You got the Young Bucks and Proud and Powerful, but I mean, 82 is a good score, so we can't be too mad about that. So let's go ahead and see. All right, and the show gets an 82. You know what? That's fine. Can't be mad at that. That's fine. 82. Yeah. Thought the main event would do a little bit better. And I mean, I hope this match would do a little bit better, but then again, Ringkamp, Thatcher and Axel in their match last week didn't do too great. So like I should have seen this coming, I guess. And yeah, it's not like these other matches were intended to be work rate matches anyways. So yeah, good episode of Dynamite. Wow, let's book the arc. Sting hanging out with Cesar Bononi. All right. That's it. That's all that's going on. All right, the one match I know I'm doing. Ultimo, get in here. Oh wait, hold on. Who was it again? Let's see. All right, we're gonna do a 5-on-5 main event of Dark, and it's gonna have the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix, Penta, El Hijo de Fantasma, Dragon Lee, and Ultimo Dragon. All right, and they're gonna take on Bandito, Black Taurus, Demonic Flamita, Puma King, and I guess Gringo Loco. All right, one of these things is not like the other, but it's okay. We like them. All right, 5-on-5 main event. We're gonna have we should get the win here. Let's have Dragon Lee get the win over you know what? Black Taurus. Clean win. Oh, damn. See, Jack Evans would have been cool too if I was gonna also include Angelico. But I want to get my heel luchas in, my guys, my heel luchadors. We've also got Toxin and Latigo and Dev. Let's see. Far too much. Okay. Too much. All right. That's better than far too much. Is there anything else I need to pre-book? I mean, I don't really know what else to do here. Who wasn't on Dynamite? You know what? I was thinking of doing a excuse me, a Dalton Castle Cara Noir tag match on Dynamite, but I don't know if we'll have time. So let's just go ahead and do this on Dark. Dalton Castle Cara Noir versus who will they face? Oh, there we go. Angelico and Jack Evans. There you go. Or you know what, actually? Damn, you know what? Cancel this match. Sorry, Angelico and Jack Evans. Go get to the back. I kind of actually like the idea of Dalton and Cara Noir debuting as a tag team against Brian Cage and Joe Doring. That'll be on the 0 hour for the pay-per-view, and Cara Noir finally gets his first win in the company. So yeah, I guess we'll hold off on them teaming up just yet. Let's give Tommaso Ciampa a match. I feel like he hasn't done anything in a minute. Lee Moriarty, how good are you? $43? Alright. Can you sell? No. Alright, never mind. Let's see, is there any local jobbers? Or, I mean, workers? Could bring in 41-year-old Chase Stevens. Kurt Stallion. I know this is a guy. Are you... hey, get in here. Alright, we're just gonna give Tommaso Ciampa the clean win. Is there anybody we want to bring in for a women's match? Daisy Hayes, how good are you? Are you not even doing matches no, actually, whoops. Yeah, 49. Show me the women's roster, please. Alright, yeah, let's do. Here, we'll do like Viper. Viper, Roxy, and Sari. Alright, let's do some dark promos. And it's dark, so you know what that means. Stokely Hathaway. Here, we'll put Denise Salcido in there. Yeah, we can just pretend that like Denise Salcido is basically interviewing Stokely Hathaway. Like, you know, your team of Awesome Kong and Bianca Belair lost last week on Dynamite. You know, can you give us a little insight into what went wrong? And, you know, he's gonna like be all flustered and mad and be like, you know, nothing went wrong. You know, nothing went wrong. It's just a misstep. You know, a miscalculation. You know, everything's fine. And Bianca Belair is basically just, you know, she's running out of patience for him. You know, she's like, you know, Stokely, I agreed to work with you because you said you can help me, but if all I'm gonna do is carry your weight and carry her weight, pointing to Awesome Kong, you know, I don't know why the hell I'm even wasting my time. And she's gonna storm off again. But yeah, this whole union between Bianca Belair, Awesome Kong, and Stokely Hathaway is just fallen apart. Yeah, Daisy Hayes, I could not tell you the last time she did anything wrestling, but I used to really like her back in the day. It sucks that like the era where Ring of Honor had like Awesome Kong, Daisy Hayes, Mischief, Sarah Del Rey, Melissa, cheerleader Melissa, friggin' Jim Cornette was booking. So it's like rather than having these women who can actually wrestle have a real match, it'd be like, all right, go. Like I literally went to a Ring of Honor show with Awesome Kong and Sarah Del Rey, and I swear to God, they wrestled like 8 minutes or something. Like even back then, it was very disappointing. All right, what am I doing here? I'm just getting off topic. All right, let's give Tommaso Ciampa a promo. Alright, we're just gonna have Tommaso Ciampa officially announce that he is also joining the Revolution Rumble. Because he hates MJF, and if MJF is in the match, then he's gonna make sure that MJF doesn't win. Alright, let's do a Walter promo. Why not? Oh yeah, basically it's gonna be a promo where he's like, I didn't expect to see Claudio Castagnoli be the mystery partner of Kenta, and I have to give credit where it's due to you guys. You were able to defeat my good friends Timothy Thatcher and Axel. But make no mistake about it, Kenta, you're still beneath me, and I will prove that again tomorrow night on Dynamite. So yeah, Walter's just being a real player hater. He's like, yeah, you beat us, but you still suck. Kenta stinks. And yeah, we're gonna do a promo after the can Dragon Lee talk actually? Can you talk before I do this? Maybe. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Why not? After the main event, we're gonna have Dragon Lee cut a promo basically saying, it was an honor to team with the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers. But, yeah, with all due respect, to you guys, the champions, we want to face you guys in the title match. And the Lucha Brothers are gonna basically just, they're, nosotros tenemos miedo, and they're gonna accept the match. They're gonna dap them up, and that's the end of Dark. All right. All right, yeah, so we're setting up matches on Dark now. I don't know how good of an idea it is to close the show with this, but we're doing it. What can get one more minute? All right, so yeah, Dark. We've got an Oldeo tie match. We've got a Tommaso Ciampa match, and we've got a crazy Lucha 5-on-5 match. Is setting up a title match for the next week / tomorrow Dynamite. All right. Oh, Jesus, it's got a 43. What the hell happened? Oh, non-existent crowd heat. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, so we got a 60. Whoa. Oh, and Viper got a 61. All right. Yeah, and it probably got penalized for a low storyline heat. Or, well, no, it doesn't even say that. All right, never mind. All right, the backstage stuff with Stokely, Bianca, Awesome Kong, and Denise gets a 61. Okay. Yeah, we're just continuing the storyline here. A 55, not great, not a great promo from Walter by any means, but again, we're just advancing the storyline. Yeah, the storyline actually lost heat from that. All right, thanks, Walter. Thanks. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa just squashes Kurt Stallion and gets 68. 68 for a squash match isn't too bad. We can accept this. It's not terrible. His promo actually does a little bit better. It gets a 70. All right, thank you, Tommaso. Hey, and our crazy main event gets an 80. All right. Just threw in all the luchadors we could find and Gringo Loco. All right. Hey, and you know what? A 70 for this promo. I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't think having Dragon Lee cutting a promo to end the show would go over well, but hey, all right, he pulled it off. As did Penta. Thank you, luchadors. Hey, in the 71. All right, I'm pretty sure that's better than we did last time. So hey, all right, go team. Damn, he's injured for 25 days. Man, that's just really unlucky. We debut him and he gets hurt immediately. All right. I mean, he's gonna have to work through it. But yeah. All right, 1.3 million, the same as always. We gained popularity in not everywhere, but most places. Oh, Suwama walks out on Dragon Gate. Let's see. Grotto said stay with Impact. All right, stay there. No, I don't know anything about this guy. This is the guy that came out to Like a Prayer by Madonna that one time? That's the only thing I know about him.
This is a stupid dope mix.
So yeah, shout out to this guy. And Madonna. Alright, 7 million viewers for Dynamite. Alright. Alright, Claudio's fractured cheekbone. Brian Cage doesn't connect with the fans. It's a waste of time. Thank you, John. Alright, thank you, John Moxley. Can I see something? Jim Ross. Oh, why is he annoyed? Angry at botched turn? Well, damn. Let's see. What about Joe Doring? Cowboy gimmick. Great. All right. Oh, wait, did I do that right? All right, managed by. Okay. For a second, I thought it said manages Jim Ross, and I was like, that'd be pretty funny. All right, let's keep going. Man, yeah, that pay-per-view last night was friggin' awesome. I'd say the TNT title match was probably my favorite. You know, I wasn't half asleep for it like I was during the main event. Yeah, and I thought the tag title match was really good too. Like, I genuinely had no idea who would win that match. Alright, let's just move on. But yeah, I would definitely say the TNT match was my match of the night. I'm gonna have to eventually find the way to watch the Mercedes match, Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander, because I definitely missed most of it. Yeah, overall great paper. I did think it was weird that they had the Jon Moxley Kyle O'Reilly no holds barred match, and then immediately after went into a no DQ match with Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. I just thought that was weird. Like, as a professional TEW player, I would never book two no DQ matches back to back. It's just kind of weird. TEW. Oh yeah, you guys missed when they did TEW 9. It happened off screen. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we could have all got excited. We could have been like, "Oh, that's the name of the game we're playing." Oh, but yeah, I missed it. All right, let's see what they did on this show. All right, Ricky Starks. MVP. All right, MVP and Rey Mysterio also got left to WWE. There's a lot of big name free agents that I could sign if I wanted to. Friggin' Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles is still out there, I think. God, see, Rey Mysterio was somebody I wanted at the start, but now it's like I don't. I mean, to be fair, we have millions and millions of dollars. Like, we could afford him, but we have so many luchadors and so much stuff going on that I don't know what I would do with him. But I mean, I'm not gonna write off the idea entirely. He's Rey Mysterio, you know. If I come up with like a good angle idea, I'll sign him. Yeah, that's crazy. Also, just Roman Reigns out there. Although the game says he's considered toxic and that we bring him in, it's gonna affect our attendance. But it's Roman Reigns. Like, it's Roman Reigns. Like, oh man, I should have screenshotted that. I can bring in Roman Reigns and have him be a part of Jim Ross's group. Have him put over Cara Noir. I mean, yeah, I've been thinking also, feel like after the pay-per-view, I want to like take some time and do some like kind of roster cleanup maybe. You know, because I was looking over the and it's not, I feel like there's not even that many people that I like immediately want to let go of. But you know, I feel like we keep signing more and more people. It just makes sense that eventually we should let some other people go. So I think we'll probably do that after the next pay-per-view, honestly. So Joey Janela, don't get too comfortable. Tracy Williams wants to leave Dev. How popular are you, Tracy Williams? Oh, he's like surprisingly over. Man, we've got too many people. Yeah, I need TNA. I need TNA to go in the red so I can send all my guys, so I can make them my dev and just send all my guys there and they can shut up. It's like, look, you're happy, you're on a show, a company that people know. El Santo Jr. This guy is not great, according to this game. Yeah, Tracy Williams. Alright, yeah, so before we get into this next episode of Dark, I want to take a quick break. Gotta stretch my legs, grab a swig of water. You know, same old, same old. And yeah, so I will be back in about a couple minutes. Just give me like 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll be back. Please don't go anywhere. I will cry if you leave. Thank you. All right, I'm back. I'm back, everybody. Yeah, I think we're ready to book. Let's just double check. All right, it's gonna be our go home Dynamite before Revolution. Woohoo! Also, you have to remember that this episode of Dark we're gonna do is gonna air after Revolution. So yeah, we're just gonna have to keep that in mind when we book it. All right, yeah, and I guess everything's good to go. Yeah. All right, let's go. You know, I have no idea where we're gonna. I should have checked this. Damn, is there no way to go back? I should have checked where our last pay-per-view was, because I like genuinely don't remember. And you know, I like to do a thing where before the pay-per-view, I'll be in the same area as that the pay-per-view is going to be in. Whatever, it's fine. It's not important. I think we were in the Midwest last time, or the Mid-South. So let's do the South. Let's do the Southwest. Yeah, we haven't been there since December. Let's go to the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. All right, guys, we've got the pay-per-view coming up. We need some good finishes, please. Hey, all right, a near certainty. Huh? What? Okay. Bit of a gamble. Big gamble. No, please. All right. And the safe bet. All right. I mean, we got one near certainty. Rey Mysterio wants to hang out backstage. Oh, yeah, sure. Come on in, Rey. Claudio Castagnoli just got here and he's Claudio just got here and he's telling Joey Janela, shut up and buy everybody drinks. That's so funny. He just got here. Todd Sinclair and Brody Lee are travel buddies now. Cool, cool. Awesome Kong always wants to put people over. Actually, it's crazy. This is like the third time. I don't know if we're gonna do this one because they're both heels, and it's like they're both veteran heels. They're both kind of in the same role. I'm not gonna turn I don't have any plans on turning Kimberly face anytime soon. But I mean, yeah, I like how, you know, I like the willingness to put people over. All right, let's go ahead and drop in our main event. 5-on-5. We got Cody, Kenny, Sting, and the Young Bucks taking on Mox, Pac, Shingo, and Proud and Powerful. Yeah, we're gonna have Cody Rhodes. You know, last week we did a 6-man tag where John Moxley got the win. This time we're gonna have Cody Rhodes. He's gonna pick up the win over Santana in this big 5-on-5 main event. All right, we've got storytelling match. We've got Adam Page and Tommaso Ciampa are taking on MJF and Jonah Rock. You know, if I had a second lackey for MJF, I would have just done Jonah Rock teaming with them. So I feel like it's kind of weird that I feel like in MJF in character, you know, even though he's talking all this crap about Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Page, he's not just gonna willingly go into a tag match before the pay-per-view against them. I feel like he would rather, you know, have somebody do his dirty work for him. But yeah, we don't have anybody, so MJF, get in there. Yeah, storytelling match. We're gonna have Tommaso Ciampa pick up the win. I just feel like he needs some momentum. Yeah. We've got the Lucha Brothers taking on Hijo de Fantasma and Dragon Lee. Did I put the tag titles? Yes, and it's for the tag team titles. Yeah, after their big 5-on-5 match on Dark, that where they won, Dragon Lee just straight up said, "Hey, with all due respect, we want to challenge you guys for the titles." And yeah, the Lucha Brothers accepted the challenge, and here we are. And of course, it's gonna be a steel show match. Why wouldn't it be? All right, and here we're doing a one-on-one match. We're gonna have Mia Yim taking on Bianca Belair. Basically the idea here is we're probably gonna do a backstage promo before this, where Bianca Belair is gonna be like, last week I didn't lose the match. Awesome Kong lost the match, and I've already proven that I can beat Mia Yim, that loser. So, so I'm gonna go out there and face her by myself. And I'm going to beat her again. And I don't need Stokely Hathaway or Awesome Kong in my corner. And yeah, that being said, as you see here, the match, Mia Yim's going to pick up the win in DQ when she gets attacked by Awesome Kong. Yeah. And Bianca Belair will be very upset about this. Oh, extremely unhappy. Damn. What if I just talk to her? I mean, this is DQ, It's not like I'm having her lose clean. Oh, all right, cool. They're willing to put them over. Cool. Oh, yeah, please put them over by DQ to farther the storyline. Yeah, and you see here, we're just going to straight up do Walter versus Kenta 2. Wild Brawl, last week Kenta got the win over the other members of Ring Camp. And Walter, being the leader of the group, he can't stand for that. He's like, you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And we're going to have Timothy Thatcher interfere. We're going to have Axel at ringside, and we're going to have Claudia at ringside. This is my song right now. What? Yeah. What? Alright, so let's book those promos that I was talking about. I'll go over 4 minutes backstage. Should we have? You know what? We'll have Stokely. We'll do it this way. We'll have it that Stokely Hathaway and Awesome Kong are both here actually, and that Awesome Kong and that'll be Bianca Belair. She's cutting the promo, and basically she tells them like, I don't need you guys to help me out or get involved. Just stay back here. I'm gonna win this match by myself. And of course, they don't listen. They come out and they ruin the match. And then yeah, we need to do a post match one for that too. Because yeah, I mean, basically what we're trying to build up to is God, excuse me. Hold on a second. Let me drink some more water. Okay, yeah. So we're trying to build to a fatal four-way. For the pay-per-view, it's going to be Davina, Mia Yim, Bianca Belair, and Awesome Kong. So we need to do some kind of angle after the match that leads to Davina saying that she'll defend the title against all of them. So how can we do this? I mean, I feel like we can have Bianca Belair like be all upset, you know, and all right, here's how we'll do it. We'll have Bianca Belair, you know, she's upset that Awesome Kong attacked Mia Yim and cost her the match. She gets in Awesome Kong's face, you know, she shoves her. Awesome Kong shoves her back. You know, seems like they're gonna come to blows. But then Stokely Hathaway, you know, he's like, wait, he jumps in between them. Wait, guys, wait, get her. You know, Mia Yim. You know, because Mia Yim technically won the match, but she's down because she got attacked by Awesome Kong. So he points at them to get her. And then as they're about to get her, Davina comes out, runs down to the ring, makes a save. And she's like, you know what, you guys both want a match against me. But the way I see it, Mia Yim beat both of you. So why don't we do this? How about it's going to be Davina versus Mia Yim versus Awesome Kong versus Bianca Belair at the pay-per-view. All right, let's do that. Sorry, I was just having a brainstorm, Sash. I could have, yeah, just wasn't even booking it. Bianca Belair. We'll do working the crowd. Yeah, we'll do working the crowd because it's like, you know, they're kind of arguing with each other. Oh yeah, they're arguing with each other before Stokely tries to get them to turn their attention to Mia Yim. And then we'll do part 2. Let's do like 4 minutes. Davina Rose saves Mia Yim from being attacked by these two. All right, yeah, she's gonna save her from being attacked and just cut a promo, challenge, setting up a fatal four-way. Okay, and you know what? Actually, we always start the show with a friggin' angle. How about we switch it up this week and we start with this tag match here? If I can never right click it. God, Jesus. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I'm not sure what order these should go in. Do like this, maybe. All right, let's do a whole elite promo backstage, which is really just going to be Cody talking and everybody else standing in the background because I can't trust them to not ruin it. All right, so Cody, Kenny, Nick, Matthew, and of course, the most famous elite member of all, Sting. Backstage, we'll give him 5 minutes. Hype. All right, and here we gotta do John Moxley off screen. I mean, you know what? Let's have this be in the ring. I don't know if that affects the score at all, but you know what? Let's just have it be backstage. Never mind. All right. And we need to we need to do the angle where Suzuki-gun makes their demands with the kidnapped Orange Cassidy. All right, yeah, so I can't write it all out, but basically the way I imagine this is going to go is yeah, we're gonna have Zack Sabre Jr. doing the talking. He's basically gonna come out. They're gonna they're gonna have Orange Cassidy. He's gonna have like a bag over his head, and his wrists are tied behind his back, and he's tied at the ankles. And you know, I imagine Lance Archer would just be carrying him. You know, so they've got the kidnapped Orange Cassidy, and they're like, you know, best friends. You know, you thought you were just gonna pull one over on us. We're getting PCO. You know, when we weren't expecting him and get a win over us, you thought that was just going to be okay. Well, you know, get your asses out here and get ready to meet our demands if you want your friend back. And then, you know, we're going to have Chuck and Trent come out. they're going to be like, all right, you know, please give us back Orange Cassidy. We'll do whatever. And Zack Sabre Jr., he's going to be like, you know, I want a match, one-on-one, submission match, you know. You're going to take on Zack Sabre Jr. in a submission match at the pay-per-view. And Chuck Taylor is going to say, you know what? You want a submission match? You got it. You're on. But then Zack Sabre Jr. is going to say, you know, you dumbass. I never said anything about you wrestling me. I was talking about this idiot. And, you know, he points to Orange Cassidy. So basically, he's like, you know, he tricked them into accepting a match. again, where it's going to be against Orange Cassidy. And on top of that, he puts the stipulation on the line where he's like, you know, if after I beat Orange Cassidy, you two idiots have to be our young boys. You know, you have to carry our bags and you have to go buy our food and you have to rub our feet and you know, so the best friends are all mad now and they've been duped. And finally, at the end of the promo, Zack Sabre Jr. is like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you guys can have him back now." So, and Lance Archer is gonna hoist up Orange Cassidy over his head, and he's basically gonna press slam him out of the ring onto the best friends. So yeah, I come up with very elaborate angles for like the undercard people, but for the main eventers, no, just generic hype promo. Yeah, for the main event angles, it's all just Jon Moxley going, "I'm gonna break his neck." This will be 4 minutes storyline. And we're not gonna do like attacker victim for him getting press slammed out of the ring, but yeah, you know, just know that that's what's happening in this angle. He's blindfolded, his wrists are taped, and his legs are taped, and they're gonna press slam him out of the ring onto the best friends. Oh god. Where should this be on the show? Here, we'll do this actually. Boom. All right, now 6 minutes of Jon Moxley threatening to break Cody's neck, and Stings and Kenny Omegas and the Young Bucks. He's just frothing at the mouth. "I'm gonna break his neck." What have we done to Jon Moxley? Man, that's really crazy though. Like in my save now, it's like you can hire Roman Reigns, but he's toxic. People don't like him anymore. He did a weird sex thing. I'm just gonna write Mox promo. It's just a Mox promo before the main event. There's nothing in particular that needs to be said about it. I'm gonna break your neck. That's the promo. All right, 116 minutes. Are we like forgetting any storyline here? We could maybe have Dalton Castle cut a promo. E. All right, we'll give it a shot. All right, yeah. So yeah, the birds of prey or birds of a feather or the flock or whatever we decide to call them, Swan Lake or yeah, whatever. The Birdie Boys challenged the Barbecue Boys to a match at the pay-per-view. Comedy? No, let's do tease. Also, yeah, this is the first time we're gonna have Cara Noir speak. So I imagine Dalton Castle would just be doing like 90% of the promo, and then at the end, Cara Noir will say something very serious and profound. You know, Cara Noir, I tried to find footage of him cutting a promo when I was thinking about hiring him, and I really couldn't. But one thing I will say about him, and please, if you're like a fan of him, don't. Well, I mean, whatever. I'm about to bury your guy, but he's a bit of an entrance merchant, I'd say. Where he has this big grand entrance, you know, he's the Black Swan. Ooh, like his cool entrance. But then the way he wrestles doesn't really match the look. You know? Kind of like how when Finn Balor was the demon in WWE, it was supposed to be a different gimmick, but he would just wrestle the same. I don't know. Just something I noticed. Maybe, you know, I'm not watching full shows. Maybe he cuts promos and is very into his character, and I just don't know. But from the clips I could find, I was like, yeah, this guy's all entrance. This guy's the Maki Ito of Hero. No, Maki Ito's cool. Um, God, I don't even have Jonah Rock in this feud or anything. Do I need anybody else to cut a promo about the Rumble? Let's see, who's gonna. I didn't get everybody in. Yeah, Kenzo Miyahara is gonna debut. Dr. Wagner Jr. Or Elioda Dr. Wagner Jr. is gonna debut. We'll probably just call him like Wagner 3G from now on. It's less of a mouthful. Leo Rush is probably gonna debut. We'll probably have Orange Cassidy PCO in there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this card's not even fully finished. Well, we could give MJF another promo. You know, he's mad that he lost the match, but we really don't have to. Here, let's give MJF a promo. Why not? Whoa, what happened there? I just gotta keep hyping the Revolution Rumble. Yeah, and I guess that's good. What did we do on the last Dynamite? 82. Um, I mean, I think these last two matches are gonna be good. Walter versus Kenta should be pretty good. At least I'm hoping at least it's a 70. I think the last time they wrestled it was like a 68 or something. This should be pretty good. I don't know. We're gonna guess 85. 85. I think that's reasonable. Oh, and this match gets a 76. Nice. All right, yeah, and we give the win to the baby faces. Tommaso Ciampa, after all this MJF running his mouth about how he beat a former NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa gets a measure of retribution as he pins Jonah Rock. All right, yeah, we have a big backstage promo with the whole elite and Sting. It's an 87. Yeah, Cody's the only one who got to speak here because it got an 87. It was the right decision. All right, thank you, Cody. Okay, the Bianca Belair, Stokely Hathaway backstage. The continuation of this drama gets a 72. Bianca Belair, she's she don't need no help. She's gonna go beat Mia Yim herself. Hey, and the match also gets a 72. All right. Mia Yim defeats Bianca Belair by DQ when she's attacked by Awesome Kong, even though Bianca Belair specifically asked Stokely and Awesome Kong to stay in the back and said she didn't need help. Yeah, Bianca Belair is not going to be too happy about this. 1 second. All right. Yeah, and then this angle, where Davina Rose, basically sets up a fatal four for the pay-per-view. It's a 78. All right, thank you, Stokely Hathaway with the two, with the double attaboy. Hey, good work out there. All right, the storyline didn't lose heat. That's good. Cara Noir and Dalton Castle officially a team. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you can think of a cool bird-related name for these guys, let me know. Call them like the Swan and the Peacock or something. I keep saying birds of a feather, but that's kind of lame. Yeah, we're not gonna call them the Flock, as funny as it would be. And also, we need to come up with something for these guys. The slobber knockers, or I don't know, I don't know. So I don't know any Oklahoman slang. Oh, Walter and Kenta gets a 72, but Kenta dislocated his finger. Damn, you only got a 45. Oh man, that sucks. I mean, the match still got a 72 though, so it's not too bad. It's unfortunate that he got injured, but what can you do? Walter, after help from his ring camp buddies, Timothy Thatcher and Axel, picks up the win over Kenta. Oh man, no, Walter got heat backstage. He hurt Kenta. I mean, it feels like Kenta, well, not always, but I feel like Kenta's gotten hurt like this before too in a match. Oh, he just got bad luck. All right, and the Oh, the prisoner exchange with Suzuki Gun and Best Friends gets a 70. Yeah. Suzuki Gun or Zack Sabre Jr. specifically tricks Best Friends into accepting a submission match where he will face Orange Cassidy. And if he wins the match, the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, have to become Suzuki Gun's young boys. And then, yeah, they physically threw Orange Cassidy out of the ring. MJF 67 promo, not bad, not bad. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put like Adam Page and Tommaso Ciampa off screen in that promo, so that promo didn't even go towards the feud, but that's fine. All right, yeah, the second match gets an 84. Hilda Fantasma still off his game, unfortunate. But yeah, everybody else did really good. And yeah, that's defense number 3 of the AEW World Tag Titles for the Lucha Brothers. All right, we head right into a classic pre-main event promo. We've got Jon Moxley, talking that Jon Moxley talk. I'm gonna break his neck. Can't stop. Oh my god, I gotta stop saying it. I gotta stop. All right, let's see what the main event does. Also gets an 83. All right. Yeah. All right, everybody. Nice effort out there. Even Sting got a 57. Cody got a 92, man. All right, let's see. Oh, an 84, just shy of an 85, which is what I guessed. But yeah, we could have got it if Shingo wasn't used too much. God damn it, Shingo. Why do you need to be on the show, Shingo? No, but yeah, we got an 84. I can't believe Shingo's not over yet. It's been like in game time. How long has it been? It's been, oh well, it was less than a year, but yeah, he's been around for a minute. How is he not over? All right, this episode of Dark is gonna take place after the pay-per-view, so I have no idea what to book for it. All right, what are we booking for the pay-per-view? We could give Lio Rush a match since he's gonna debut at the pay-per-view. This would technically come after it, like in kayfabe. Lio Rush, are you not contracted to wrestle B shows? God, nobody wants to work Dark, dude. I feel like every time I want to book somebody on Dark, they're not here. God, everybody too good to work Dark. Yeah, and I see Kento Miyahara's here, but Kento Miyahara, you're gonna be on Dynamite. You are Kento Miyahara, my guy. Don't ever let anybody tell you different. You're gonna be on Dynamite. Hey, let's just book a match. Why not? All right, Matt Sydal, Mike Bailey, who I need to get back to recognizable, are gonna take on Evil Uno, Stu Grayson. Oh, that's Matt Jackson. This is Dark. We can get crazy and turn this into a 3-way tag. What other teams we got? Here's Stu and Helico and Jack Evans. Am I planning on pushing Mike Bailey after the pay-per-view? Not sure, but let's just give him a win. Just because. God, I don't. This is the problem with trying to book something that's gonna come after the pay-per-view. Yeah, I haven't really thought about what comes after the pay-per-view, so just don't know. All right. You know, Sari did really good in that other match, so let's bring her back. And have her lose to Awesome Kong. Or actually, hold on a second. Let's not do this for undisclosed reasons. Here, we'll do 3-on-3. Here, let's just give wins to people that we never give wins to. I mean, not heels, faces. I usually team Riho with Tennille Dashwood. Yeah, let's see Tennille Dashwood again. All right. These are very random matches right now. What am I doing? Let's book something normal. Here, can Joe Doran get a win over somebody? Show me, how do I do this? Somebody recognizable. Hey, I know they're both heels, but hey, all right, get out of my face, Joey Janela. Oh man, we gotta think of post pay-per-view promos. Oh geez. Oh no. Um oh geez, who's gonna cut a promo on Dark after the pay-per-view? Oh my god. My brain. Oh, my brain. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, 4 minutes backstage. Eddie Kingston promo. And he is talking about Punishment Martinez, who's not there for some reason. You know, he's just not here right now. Brody King, Jimmy Jacobs, Christopher Daniels. Can we do this actually? I remember I saw this. Yeah, Hanakamura speaks fluent English now? Oh, okay, cool. Because I remember before I checked and she didn't speak English at all. And then I saw at some point it changed to passable, but now she speaks fluent English. Get in there. Give me a promo. Three minutes backstage. I don't know what they're teasing, but yeah. Martina, I believe, can also talk. I can book Kagetsu in the background, but I don't think I can book them in matches on Dark, which is weird. I feel like if they're not there, they should just be not there. Reina. Here, let's have him talk to Denise Salcedo. Let's do let's do a best friends promo. Yeah, best friends grieving the loss of their friend Orange Cassidy. Wait, no, that's not the stipulation for the match. Yeah, best friends after either winning or losing. Or I guess after Orange Cassidy won or lose, I should say. Cutting a promo. Orange Cassidy, can you talk? No. Oh, we need 4 more minutes. Okay. Also, is everybody? Oh my God! Everybody's being used too much. Ah. Okay, now we've got 7 more minutes. Okay. Actually, you know what? Also here, Mike Bailey. Sorry, buddy. Or well, actually, is Ultramantis Black? Damn it! I don't think this makes sense storyline wise. Actually, never mind. Because unless we're gonna have him. I mean, I guess unless we're gonna have Ultramantis Black show up at the pay-per-view, which we can do, I would just have to remember to do that. Whatever, yeah, we'll give him the win. Oh yeah, hopefully I don't forget that. Ultramantis Black has to debut at the pay-per-view and Interactive Dark Order. We need 7 more minutes, jeez. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and give somebody a promo. Adam Page. Three more minutes. Okay. Here, let's give Jim Ross a promo. Whatever, man. I like how Jim Ross has become like our Don Callis. Yeah, we'll do Joey Janela background player because it can be a thing where it's like Joey Janela came out to the ring first, and then Jim Ross as Joe Doring makes his way to the ring is cutting the promo. All right, let's see. Joey Janela's furious. I don't care. All right, yeah, it's an episode of his arc. I don't know. No prediction. 78. Ooh, a 38. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. That's rough. A 39. Oh my god. The match cooled the crowd. Oh, Joe Doring and Jim Ross are a good pair. All right, that's good. Joe Doring only got 1 point higher than Joey Janela. Dude. All right, man. Hey, Adam Page rescuing the show. 78 promo. The crowd's still unclear. They're not sure how to feel about it. Eddie Kingston promo gets a 58. Not too bad. The crowd's still unclear. They're still like, oh, what's going on? Why would you let Jim Ross speak? All right, 65 match from the woman here. Ooh, Kimberly for 75. All right, yeah, everybody gave a decent effort. Sari, 57. Hey, a 51 promo. All right. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Odeo Tai can, or Hannah Kimura speaks English now. Best friends with a 69. Nice promo. All right. All right. The crowd's still unclear. What the hell? God, I'm never again will we let. Why did I book that as the first thing on the show? Why didn't I just do the Adam Page promo first? What is wrong with me? I was like, surely opening this episode of Dark with Jim Ross was a good idea. All right, the main event gets 70 in spite of the crowd being unclear. Yeah, and Ultramantis Black distracted Mike Bailey. We got to debut him at the pay-per-view. We got to remember. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of people debut at the pay-per-view. 70, wow. Hey man, I'll take it, but all right. Definitely, yeah, 38, 39. Ooh. My God. That's real scary, Joe Doring. Like we just, my God, we just brought you in. Kenta, all right, only 7 days, all right. Although, damn, the pay-per-view's in less than 7 days. Ah, jeez. 1.4 million. We gained popularity everywhere. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, so it got off to a god-awful start, but not a terrible episode of Dark. Let's see. Kevin Kelly going on a rant. Okay, very, very in character. All right, all right. Rina Yamashita wants some time off. Okay. I'm sure. Sure. NXT got a 79. What did we get on Dynamite again? I forgot already. 84. All right, we beat him. Hey. All right, and I guess yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of All Elite again. Yeah, very successful. We beat NXT, and you know how much we care about that. Yeah, we've got everything all built up and ready to go. So our next episode is going to be Revolution. You know, it's going to be our big pay-per-view. We're going to debut a bunch of people. My God. Let's see. Kenzo Miyahara is debuting. Dr. Wagner, Ehol the Dr. Wagner Jr. is going to debut. Leo Rush is debuting. Joe Doring just debuted on, well, technically he debuted on Dynamite, but yeah, he's new here too. Oh, I guess it's only 3 people. Huh. Thought it was more. Alright, but yeah, we're gonna have debuts. We're gonna have Mox versus Cody. We're gonna have the Revolution Rumble, which I didn't write out all 30 people in it, but you know, these are some of the names that'll be in it. I only wrote the baby faces for some reason. Then on the heel side, all I wrote was MJF. Yeah, well, you can assume Walter's gonna be in it. Probably Timothy Thatcher at least, because I think he's over. I don't know, a bunch of other heels. We're gonna do a women's fatal 4-way for the title. The Lucha Brothers are gonna defend their tag titles against the Young Bucks and Proud and Powerful in a triple threat tag team match. In no DQ, we're gonna have Jimmy Jacobs and Brody King take on Eddie Kingston and Punishment Martinez. I wrote Lucha rules here. I was thinking about doing a match with the Luchadors. We'll see if that actually happens. Yeah. And Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr. submission match. We've got Brian Cage and Joe Doring taking on Dalton Castle and Cara Noir on the 0 Hour. Odale Tai will wrestle somebody. We'll probably get another match on the 0 Hour or just some promos. We don't know yet. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a decent pay-per-view. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this and you're watching on YouTube, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, leaving a comment, all that kind of stuff. And you can come see me over on Twitch, Hijo de Amigo. I normally stream on the weekends, no set schedule, but you know, just typically weekend afternoons, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, and I guess that's it. So yeah, if you watch this, thank you, and I will see you next time. Have a good night, or day, or evening, whatever.